up front, you don't mind if I face it at you?
Yeah, as long as you get my good angle,
All
that's
right,
all
cool.
I care about.
Thank you, ma'am. And I'm only documenting this in the event that, regardless, the reason I'm here, ma'am, is because I have been attending the Carroll County Commissioners' public meetings on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. In doing so, for almost a year now, I've had a police escort every time I attend the Carroll County Commissioners' public meetings on Thursdays. This is the only meeting I attend. I do utilize the public comment that they save for the end of the meetings.
Yeah, which is your right.
Okay, ma'am. So I understand Jim DeWise, obviously, what is his exact title? He's the elected sheriff for Carroll County. He's attended multiple meetings I've been at. I've never said a word to the man. I'm just there's no reason I'm here about the escort. That's not why I'm here. The last meeting I attended, one of your officers, and I'm more than happy to pull up the videos so you can see who I'm talking about if need be. Mm-hmm. However, I do believe he works in the detention center. He also may sometimes, serve at the front desk there as well, which is why he's there. But I was in the middle of my public comment. The commissioners have taken it upon themselves to determine what is and what is not allowed free speech at their meetings. They've incorporated the rules, which is fine. That's something mostly to do with the commissioners. However, at this public meeting, the last one in Pacific last Thursday, one of the officers not only put his hands on me, but forcibly under the threat of arrest, tried to have me removed in the middle of my public comment. Now, the commissioners are liable for their miscarriage of justice, or
like the sunshine law kind of thing, meeting stuff.
Yes.
What you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
Their ignorance of the law versus their rules of specifically free speech. I've never been disruptive throughout their meetings. I have never, ever made any threats of violence or anything. I have utilized sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I've tried to utilize sarcasm and stuff like this during my comments, but I've never, ever been a threat to anybody. Mm-hmm. And I've always ended my speech on time. And in fact, as soon as I'm done saying what I got to say, I leave. I'm just trying to figure out, I guess my question is twofold. Because that I'm getting an escort to the meetings, it would be presumptive to me to assume that someone from law enforcement is giving the directive to provide me an escort. And I would assume it's not the commissioners themselves.
I would guess the commissioners probably made the request.
Okay, I can understand that.
That is way above me, I'm sure.
Okay.
I don't deal with any of that. I don't know any of that. I can give you the name and numbers of the people who may have been involved in that, the higher ups like the sheriff, the major.
Sure. If you don't have a direct answer, that's well enough.
I don't, and I'm not going to try to BS you and give you something that I can't honestly speak on myself.
No problem, ma'am. That's fine. Secondly, ma'am, this officer in question, okay, I understand he's just trying to do his job. He's doing what he thinks is right. He threw out, disorderly behavior? Disorderly conduct. Yeah. Disorderly conduct, okay, he threw that out. And he also did put his hands on me, like I said. So I don't really want to file a complaint. That's not really my motivation. I just want to not necessarily make it known, but I'm not going to let this go. It's not like I'm by no means threatening, even though it would be like a threat of just like, I'm marching on. Yeah, no. I'm just stating I'm not going to let this go. So if the unlawful rule is going to persist at these Carroll County Commissioners meetings, where the commissioners are under the belief that they get to determine what is and is not free speech when they open their sessions to the public. As you mentioned, the Sunshine Law is a great example.
Absolutely.
You can't open it to the public and then decide, well, we don't like what you have to say. I've always incorporated something local into every one of my speeches, so I don't just go there talking about random nonsense. I always bring it back to something local for what I would say is information that I would like to disseminate to the local public. I've never just went on some random tirade of nonsense. So I guess, ma'am, my main point here is I would like it to not happen again. I would like to not be faced with arrest again for simply speaking at these meetings. And I'm afraid that when I go tomorrow, that they may not even let me up. So that was my point in coming here today. There's not really like a definitive, like, this is why I'm here, this is what I want to accomplish, this is what I want to do. It was more of like, I am coming here trying to be polite, trying to be civil, trying to say, look, I don't believe this is lawful. I believe that this is unlawful. Can it please not happen again?
And I can't guarantee you that, because like I said, I'm not involved in any of that.
Okay.
I don't know the past history. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know your demeanor. I don't.
Sure.
So I can't give you any guarantees. All I can do is give you a phone number of somebody higher than me that may be involved in that you could talk to.
That would be great, ma'am.
Who's familiar with whatever the commissioner's complaint is, or is.
That would be great. If you could just simply, that would be great. If you could just simply inquire as to who is the driving force behind.
That I can't.
You don't, okay.
But I will give you somebody higher than me.
I see.
That would be able to have those answers.
That would be great.
Okay. Yep, I can do that for you, and that at least gives you a starting
Just a name
point.
and a number?
Yeah, because I'm not going to sit here and
no,
tell you stuff that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
That's not doing you any favors or whatever. But I will do that, and
great.
If you give me a minute, I'll write it down on
no
a
problem.
Post-it note for you, and we'll get going from there.
Sounds good, man. That's all I need.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.